I'm just chilling. I done got me some rest. So, you know, nothing that a couple of a couple of rock stars can't fix. But nevertheless, I wanted to chime in on the so-called debate that happened. Um, I guess it happened a few days ago. I think it happened on Monday with Tariq Nashid and Myron Gaines. Uh, I don't think it was much of a debate because Tariq Nasheed shredded Myron Gaines and that dude Sneeko, who seems to need a dentist because he basically went to some concert and basically he got Superman punched and apparently he got his teeth knocked out. Now Sneeko is some dude that's going through identity crisis that's supposed to be mixed with Filipino and Haitian, but he wants to be aligned with white supremacists and stuff, you know, and that's just basically it. Or he goes with the flow. When 1 minute he this, 1 minute he's that. So and Myron Gaines is from Fresh and Fit. Myron Gaines is an anchor baby, and the whole assessment with Myron Gaines, the hypocrisy in him, is the fact that he tries to act like he's the scholar and he really isn't, and that he's just so in touch with his background from being from Sudan, but at the end of the day, he changed his name to an American name, and uh, you can make the argument that he changed his name to um, a Black American name, but then this dude has had a history of constantly trying to attack and put down Black Americans, like a lot of these overseas anchor baby tethers like to do, who try to dismiss our claims of racism and white supremacy when it's been proven that our ancestors and our family members went through it. But you got people now trying to dismiss that this stuff has happened and that they're trying to make it look like that blacks got it so easy when it's been proven just recently that blacks still go through racism and discrimination when trying to buy cars, certain type of cars. You will have the finance company try to purposely charge you a higher interest rate. Even you can have the best credit in the world just so they can make extra money off you. It's been proven when you're trying to sell your house, getting it appraised. If they find out the house is owned by a black man, a black woman, or a black couple, they will try to lower the market value of the house. And all this was proven within the last year or so that racism is alive and well. So, and just listening to the debate, Myron kept basically answering his own question. He was ash I mean, to be honest with you, he was actually drowning his own talking points because he was basically answering his own rebuttals. 1 minute he wants to distance himself from identifying as black, but then when he was trying to counter Tariq Nasheed, he was referencing the word we. But a lot of them do that. A lot of the tellers and anchor babies come here and they try to have this natural disdain for blacks, American blacks. But the thing is, the bigotry among black Americans is not just through um, Spanish, non-black immigrants. It's from black immigrants themselves. And some of them are admitting via social media saying that they were conditioned to believe certain things about American blacks until they actually got around them, until they actually got to know them. So they started to admit that they've been conditioned to believe certain things via, the media was presented. Like I said, you have to understand how dangerous television is and how dangerous television has been and influential on brainwashing people and conditioning them and indoctrinating certain things about black people and making people believe certain things about black people. So when they come around here, they already did made this. assessment that we're this, we're that, based off what they heard, what they've been conditioned to believe. But at the end of the day, for the people that say, well, I found out that blacks are not who we was conditioned and brainwashed into believing that they really are, I just want to say to y'all that found out and are now, you know, thinking differently, fuck y'all. Shouldn't have thought that in the first place. So I don't want to hear that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? That don't move me, you know, it doesn't move me. But just listening to the debate as a whole, I mean, Tariq Nasheed was just picking apart Myron Gaines. And he was doing it with ease. He was doing it with ease. You know, this whole stuff about the Jim Crow era and saying that nothing's holding black people from, you know, being successful. I don't like, okay, cool. He basically was saying anybody could do it. Okay, so if that's the case, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos are all billionaires. If that's the case, shouldn't we all be billionaires? It's not as simple as he tried to make it out to be. There's certain ways and certain things that have to be done. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they have a system in place from keeping things from being balanced. And I can prove it. I've been meaning to provide proof how a sellout is created and how you can divide a community. Appreciate you. Rich, are you black and in Asia? But no. Um, I just was listening to I was just listening to the debate, and like I said, Tariq Nasheed was able to counter, and I would have been able to counter everything Myron came with. At the same time, you look down on blacks, but then you benefited from the hurdles and the hoops that black people had to jump through to make it a little bit better. And at the end of the day, a system was designed in place to take us down. Even even post so-called slavery, we were never given what we were supposed to be given, which is the 40 acres and a mule. We still have to self-design. And it was proven that black people proved that they can self-maintain without the help of white people. That's been proven time and time again. But then you started to see this happen between the 1900s and the 20s. There are several incidents. It's just not just Rosewood and Black Wall Street. This happened all over the country where blacks were trying to be self-reliant, and for some reason, those areas got destroyed. Think about it. And then the excuse that they made to go in there and destroy those well-off black areas, they seen what it could become within 40 years. And they didn't want it to be a even playing field. They still wanted to control what we did by having all the access to most of the resources, to the supplies. And they saw what that could lead to. So they purposely went in there and destroyed those areas, took them apart, divided and conquered, and made it. And yeah, they pulled a couple of black people, took them along for the so-called ride, only to make it look like that what they're trying to preach now is that, oh, well, nothing's holding us back. That's what they do. They found mascots. That's what white people been doing. How do you think the whole house nigger field nigga mentality came about? They would play the house nigga up against the field nigga. They would give him all the perks of being in the house, him sleeping in a nice warm bed, being in the house, aligning himself with master, making it look like he had it so good, in which he was supposed to be treated decent in the first place. While you know what was going on with the field niggas being treated like livestock. So this stuff was designed on purpose. All this stuff about Jim Crow and the Willie Lynch letter, all this stuff is factual. Oh, okay. Okay, right on, man. Right on. Right on. So all this stuff is factual. So that's why I laugh when I hear these tethers come out here trying to look down on black people. Because at the end of the day, we laid down the foundation. And it's funny when I hear people come here taking shots, just like a while back you had Vicente Fox, even though one of the first presidents of Mexico was black, and even though we helped to a certain degree liberate Mexico, they had black soldiers that fought in Mexico. That's why they have certain areas of Mexico that uh, is predominantly black. Oh, so I know my history. But it's funny, he made that comment talking about we take the jobs that black people don't want. Well, the thing is, um, yeah, we don't want those jobs. You know why? Because we had to do those jobs for free. Okay. We wasn't getting paid for picking cotton and farming. They wanted it to be done in a timely manner. And if we didn't do it, we would get hit with 40 lashes across the back. So yeah, we don't want those type of jobs because we are better and we can be better. See, this the deep side of me. I'm articulate. I know my history. I'm well equipped to have these type of conversations. And like I said, I would have destroyed Myron Gaines because his talking points are easy to debunk. They act like when we graduate high school, we can just walk up to Harvard to the campus and say, "Hey, I want to go here." Doesn't work like that, and he knows the system doesn't work like that. Black people been getting undermined since before slavery, post slavery, all the way up to now. Yeah, the question is, why were we better off in the 20s versus where we are now? That's the question he need to ask himself. What happened in between that? When we did have businesses, now we don't have businesses. Why is that? I know why. Because racism and white supremacy. Prison pipelines, flooding our community with drugs, disenfranchising. Oh man, thank you, man. $20 go $20, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll be wanting to do more of these type of videos. Maybe I'll start another channel, but I'm well equipped to handle these type of conversations. But I just thought I needed to speak on what I saw. Listen, I know there's a lot of people that have their antennas up to Tariq Nashid, but everything that he said he was going to do, he did it. He opened up a black museum. He raised $1 million to get it open. He got it open. I know I hear people saying, oh, well, Tariq Nashid is an agent. Well, here's the thing. Can you provide paperwork? Do you have any audio of him meeting with the government? Do you have any type of paperwork? What proof do you have? I'm not going to just sit up there and say, okay, because you said it, it's true. And the funny thing is, I remember when he first announced that he was going to put Microphone Check in the theaters. And by the way, Microphone Check was an excellent movie. And on a side note, I just want to say to KRS-One, hey, KRS-One, just stop it, bro. Stop the bullshit. Hip hop didn't come from the Caribbean. It didn't come from Jamaica. That's another easy argument to debunk. And no fucking Latinos helped create hip hop neither. All y'all did is take y'all asses there and watch. You took notes and then you tried to duplicate. Okay, so just stop it. Hip hop is a Black American created art form via primarily from the South. So just stop it, dude. So KRS-One, on the side note, he was trying to perpetrate this lie that hip hop came from the Caribbean and Latinos played just a bigger role. Y'all Latinos didn't create shit. And I'm just going to say it. You didn't create hip hop. You didn't help. All y'all did is take y'all asses there and watch and observe. And that's it. Because I know back in the 80s, y'all didn't even really mess with black people like that. So just stop it. Yeah, nobody wants to tell the truth about integration. Integration was the worst fucking thing that happened to black people. It's the truth, and people need to just accept it. We could have been separate but equal, but they didn't want us to be equal. They still wanted us to be under their thumb so they can monitor and watch every move we make. When you control the resources, you are in control. Like I said, they saw. Listen, I'm gonna holler at my boy Torian Rain because he did a whole bunch of documentaries and my guy Modern Brutes. There were more than one Rosewood and Black Wall Street that they did that to. And I'm just starting to believe that there was never no white woman that ever got attacked in either case. They just wanted a reason to go up in there. They just used that as an excuse. So there you have it. But just getting, and this is the thing when you hear these anchor babies sitting up here trying to talk this stuff, nobody went through what we went through. And that's just real talk. These tellers, these anchor babies, they have no right to sit up here and bring their asses here and try to look down on us when they didn't bear witness to the suffering that our ancestors went through, that our black brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, aunts and aunties, uncles, brothers, cousins went through. You have no right. So you need to keep your fucking mouth shut. Just like some anchor baby immigrant from whose parents came from Colombia gonna tell black people to shut up talking about reparations, and if we don't like America we can get the fuck out. You can't tell us to go nowhere. And she's a Hispanic, I forgot her name, but at the end of the day, this is what I'll be talked about. But then you got black people that's always caping for these type of people, making excuses for these type of people. um at the end of the day, people feel like there's this free range to say whatever they want to say about black people and think there's no consequence or repercussion. Well, that's why I say what I say. You disrespect my race, I'm gonna disrespect yours. And I'm gonna disrespect yours 5 times harder. And I'm not gonna lose a moment's sleep, and I ain't gonna feel bad about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where were they at? So how the hell you know what we went through? You don't have no right to speak on something that you didn't witness and that you didn't go through. You have no right, so you need to shut your damn mouth. These people kill me how they come here trying to pop off at the mouth. If your country's so good, why you can't wait to here's the thing, if your country's so good, why can't you wait to get the hell out of there? And when they ask you, are you going back? No, no, no. So I'm just saying, it's purposely designed where they give these other people grants to start businesses. They use American resources to give the foreigners that come here that they could be given to us. And they had the audacity to wonder why we are seeking reparations. But it take nerve for somebody that ain't from this country to try to speak to people and speak down on people who's born here, who saw pictures and images of their ancestors being hung on trees and displayed like they some, you know what I'm saying, and being displayed like they some deer that's gonna be, stuffed like an animal and stuff. Dogs, water hoses, being shot, being unarmed, harassed, profiled. and y'all trying to speak bad on us, and you brought your ass here on a boat or something, man, please, if you don't get out of here. But that's what I was saying. I enjoyed every minute seeing Myron Gaines get bodied, and I mean, it was so easy to sit up here and say, "Oh, well, do you agree that black?" Oh, okay. Here's the thing. One minute he says blacks as if he's not black, then he'll say we, and he answered his own question. He said, "Okay, well, do you think if the police pulled me over and pulled you over, we wouldn't be considered either Sudanian or whatever Nigerian? We would be considered black." Yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole. You answered your own question. You answered your own question. There is no difference except for the fact that you may have a difference in accent, or you may speak a different language. But at the same time, treated you're gonna be treated accordingly. They're not gonna care. That's real. So how can you sit up there and say? So how can you sit up there and say that there's no racism when you just said that they gonna look at you as a nigga? So you answered your own question, dummy. So he really answered his own question, and he got tore. I mean, Tariq Nasheed was taking them apart. And the thing is, Myron, what he liked to do, see, Myron thought he could do all that bullying that he liked to do to those women that come on this show. See, it's a difference between talking about relationships than having grown man talk. See, or grown person talk, or having black talk. Okay. He said that racism doesn't exist, but if a cop pulls him over, he gonna see him as a nigga. Okay, so how could you say that racism doesn't exist when you admitted that a cop could racially profile you, and he's not gonna care or know that you from another country or continent, whatever you want to call it, right? Yes or no? So basically, as I said before, he answered his own question, and he was just getting picked apart. Now I know this dude Myron Gaines used to work in law enforcement. I think dude was like work for Homeland Security, but at the end of the day, he changed his name. Myron Gaines isn't his actual name. He got some Sudanian name, and he changed it to where so if he was so proud of his roots being from Sudan, because he loves to holler about how his family came from Sudan, well, why didn't you keep your real actual name? Why did you change your name? Oh, so you could fit in. But he wants to differentiate himself from being black or American black, but he sure want to use that N word. He sure want to use it. He sure want to use that N word. He sure want to listen to our music, and that's what the problem that I had with dudes like him. And then that's why I had another problem with that burnt bacon looking ass nigga Kai Kanat. That's another one to say that Black Americans don't have no culture. We are the culture. We took the stolen culture that we lost coming from Africa on them slave ships, because we came from different places. So we didn't actually all speak the same language, but we had to work together. We had to learn how to speak this language, and we had to work together. Once again, black people is good at figuring out stuff on the fly. We smarter than what we are made to believe. Because once again, without us, America wouldn't be what it is today. And so, that's what people need to understand. We've been made to believe that we can't function without the assistance of other people, but it's been proven we can function. A lot of the so-called culture And civilization came from us. We were the ones that taught, the people from the Caucasus Mountains or the Mayonnaise Nation people how to properly groom themselves. So I'm just saying, man. Myron is a clown. He got exposed. Yeah, exactly. We have no culture, but everything almost we contribute almost every aspect to music from rock and roll to opera, but according to those type of dudes, we don't have no culture. And it's a shame to see these young ignorant niggas, having the mentality that they have towards people that paved the way for them. You know, we should have been more vocal and we should have tried to educate them more, but we tried to let them see stuff on their own. But then as the internet grew, you started to see this stuff because a lot of people grew up on YouTube watching video of fake ideology, lies being spreaded, people trying to alter, rewrite history, or should I say, not write history, rewrite history. So, there you have it. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. People don't like us, but then they want to emulate us. Go figure. Without us, there is no culture. To be honest with you, without us, there's really no there's no earth. We make the earth go round. And racism is worldwide towards us. People don't like us, but they want to copy off us. And we need to be gatekeepers of our history. And we need to stop being so submissive and just saying, oh, well, I don't have the oh, well mentality. Just like I'm not finna sit up here and let people tell us that we didn't create hip hop. Black people inspired every type of music that you could think of. Even Bruno Mars said that. So there you have it. Who said the world revolves around us? I'm just saying, without Black Americans, y'all wouldn't have a culture. Like I said, we made it to where you ungrateful fucks can have a better living. But you are reaping the benefits of our hard work. So watch your mouth, goofy. And this is why, and see, this dude, I guess he a tethered, and this is why I don't respect him. Y'all cool, y'all uncool and distance yourself till y'all get treated like us. Then you come extending your hand saying, let's work together. Nah, I'm good. Keep it that way. Well, we paved the way. We paved the way for y'all. Bro, get your bitch ass off my channel. This is and this is why we have the distance we have. This is why we don't fuck with y'all. Because you guys act like you better than us, but you're not. And that's the thing. Why y'all leave y'all country if it's so much better? Why are there here's the thing. Why are y'all blooding and cripping in Africa? Why are you blooding and cripping in Africa? That's what I'm saying. Why are y'all that's unfortunately that came from America. So you saying we don't have global influence? Okay. There you have it. Just saying. Just saying. Once again, How come Akon couldn't make it? How come Akon couldn't make it where his homeland was? How come he had to come out here to become a millionaire? How come he had to come out here to have success? Why do you have to come to the States and have success? How come you can't blow up in Africa? And that's what we do. We build people. Well, you could have fooled me. You know, I like Idris Elba as a actor, but he over the years he's been very inconsistent. He's all over the place. One minute he's British, one minute he's black, one minute he's black British, one minute he's I mean, dude, make up your mind, bro. Well, that's what I'm saying. If all these countries, if all these niggas that's overseas and other places got it so good, why do they come out here? Why do they come out here? If the now I ain't gonna talk bad on all the brothers and sisters in across the pond because some of them be because some of them are some riders. So I gotta what I'm saying, John Boyega and some other people. So I'm not really going, but I'm just saying, how come they have to come out here to flourish, to blow up? If they got it so good wherever they come from, how come they have to come out here and fake an American accent to flourish? How come they can't use their own British or African? How come they have to learn how to duplicate an American or a black accent if they got it so good where they come from? Boom, drop the mic. That was easy. That was easy. No, I'm just talking about John Boyega. John Boyega, he's solid though. I'll fuck with John Boyega. He's solid. But I'm just saying, if y'all got it so good, how come y'all have to come out here to flourish? How come y'all take roles of historic black people and you from somewhere else, right? How come you got a African a man with African ancestry, African roots playing Martin Luther King? Boom! If y'all got it so good, that was easy. Anyway, I got to get ready for work. Appreciate you guys.